Off this one.
If Steve happens to come in late.
Tell him to
just
stick
check.
around. Should tell him to stick around.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Almighty God, you have blessed us with memory, reason, and skill. Help us use them wisely in the service of our town government. We ask this in thy holy name. Amen. We'll salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming, taking part of your day out, afternoon off. There is no one in the public for public forums. I need approval of February 4th.
Wait a minute. It's full.
Put notes in.
Well, it's being recorded.
We got it.
Yeah, but we're gonna see that. Wait a minute, let me get a paper.
All set? I'd like a motion to approve the February 14th regular town board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Is there any questions on the February 14th regular board meeting? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. I need to approve the town clerk's monthly report.
I make a motion we approve the town clerk's monthly report.
I'll second that.
I thank you. Any question on that? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Jane, Julie keeps those. Yeah, get those here every month. Okay. You've got your zoning board appeals minutes of February 16th.
Larry,
Yes.
in the end of that, was reference made to the request that we received for the conference. When we table it, we just pull back out.
That one, we decided,
That
it was
was
consensus last month, we did not do it.
Okay.
And really, for the expense of it.
I agree.
Okay.
I concur. But when I read this, it sounded like they didn't know.
Well, we didn't give them a definitive answer last month.
Okay.
But the question was, and we found out a day or two later, that we could send several people to Potsdam for
Yes.
the amount of money we could
Yes.
to send one person.
That's correct.
Is it Saratoga, wherever it was? So we decided, I think it's $35 each to go to Potsdam, we can send several there for that. Okay, so I don't, I did talk to the zoning board
Okay.
president,
So
this
they
one, he has no problem with that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So that request has been denied?
Yes,
Okay.
it's not been approved, so no action was taken on that.
No.
Same
Okay,
difference. Okay? Department of Transportation, I spoke to Alan earlier on this one. It's basically a shared service agreement with the state highway department, Alan,
Yep.
to help each other if we need help,
Yep.
equipment, manpower, or whatever, okay? And to my knowledge, Alan, you can address it if you wish. I asked you early on, if you had
We've helped the state out before, we've lent them a loader and they've helped us out, so,
Yeah.
you know, it works out.
Okay, so if we could have a motion to
Well,
approve.
it should have 4 years, says we can do a 2 or 4 year agreement, should we go with the 4-year agreement on the front? We said-
Third page, I think,
At this time, a new blank agreement is attached, and I'll check whether you prefer a 2 or a 4-year agreement. I mean, 4, right, probably?
Yeah,
I mean,
I go 4
right?
years,
I
Okay.
agree.
yeah.
Okay,
so is that the motion I have?
I'll make a motion, we approve the shared services agreement for 4 years with New York State.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Is there any questions on this? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. We have the rabies clinic on April 13th, a couple days after our next meeting. That's for information only. We've got a January's report for EMS. It's a little more detailed than it had been.
Well, let me tell you
Go
a
ahead.
story about that. I stopped over, spoke with the person who's the lead person in this, Juanita, and I explained it to her. I said, just really all we're looking for is just a number of calls, I think.
Yes.
Now, if it's something else, let me know, and I'll write it down and hand it to her, but I think she's the person who contacts the person actually puts together the report.
Okay,
I didn't think this is exactly what we had in mind, but I think
Yes.
we need to spell it out.
okay.
Right now, Juanita's probably in recovery room after
Yeah.
getting hip replacement. so
Surgery.
I couldn't go over there this morning and talk about it.
They have been very active in January, 100 calls, that's pretty active. That's strictly for information only, we don't take no action on that one. We have a similar shared service agreement with the Village of Denimora. I also asked Alan about this one. I do not know what the time frame is on this.
I think that's yearly.
Yearly?
Yep.
At the top, it says March 2017 to March 2022.
Oh, yeah, it does,
Wow.
5 years.
5 years. Is that still
Yeah,
reasonable, Alan?
yeah.
It's okay.
That's- I think it's Alan's recommendation that we
Yeah.
approve.
Okay.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
Okay. Can I have a motion to approve?
I so move.
Thank you.
Second.
I thank you for that. Is there any questions on the Village of Denimora shared service agreement? If not, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. This is a sample of violence in the workplace. Part of this, if you read the, other than the first page, read the rest of the pages, it's something that was taken from the Village of Champlain, am I correct?
Well, there should be two of them. One is a sample,
Yes.
and then the other one is the actual policy at the village.
Okay,
Now, Bonnie Black gave me this after the guys had their session here last Monday or Tuesday or something. And she recommends a shorter version. She said that the villages was fine, but was probably more or less more than what is actually needed. So she's recommending that we adopt this and place this into our personnel handbook, and which will satisfy NYMER as well.
This is the first page.
The very first page where it says insert employer's name, so this is what the majority of municipalities have in place for workplace violence prevention policy.
The person making that recommendation
Is Bonnie Black, who is the head of the Employee Assistant Services, who we deal with, and she's the one that does our drug and alcohol testing and so forth. Scheduled.
And we're up to date on our, right, on the...
Well, we have more to do. This is one of many requests, but this will be, you know, part of the process. But that fellow from NYMER recommended, remember he was here
You
7, 8 months
recommended
ago?
this for the whole building.
For the whole, yes, only the highway crew came in for this. But Bonnie says that the entire, either part-time or full-time employees must have or should have this training at some point.
And did they put it on?
Yes, she put it
It will
on,
last about an hour.
yeah.
Oh, good.
well, we need 3 or 4 of these a year, I think, Alan,
Yeah.
to maintain our insurance.
Quality.
See, he had 2, 3 recommendations when he came last fall. I had to do something in the garage for the acetylene tanks and the oxygen tanks, the separation.
Mm-hmm,
And then the furnace has got to be
inspected.
inspected
Then there's one
by
other
a
thing
state,
too,
by
policy.
somebody that's certified.
So this is just one piece of what he's recommending.
Insurance company, I'm sure driving this.
Good start. So, do I have a motion to approve? Or-
That was part of our policy.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Any questions on this?
The one seems so detailed. In fact, they even give strategies to deal with certain situations. Would that be the type of information that would come out in a presentation by Bonnie Black?
That, I didn't attend the workshop, so I don't know. But she's saying that
The
for
town should have their own
own
policy,
policy.
like the village has got it.
Right, right, but if you look at just the cover sheet, it doesn't really go in any depth. If you look at the other one, and I'm not suggesting one's worse than the other, better than the other.
Sometimes it's good not to be too
Specific,
explicit, yeah,
because, yeah,
specific,
it's better to be more
it gives the
general.
lawyers a
Redundant,
chance
too.
to pin you,
Okay.
you know.
That was her recommendation.
It's just the
Okay.
do's and don'ts. If something would occur in this building,
Right.
what does a person do
All right.
with a person? you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I need a motion, I have a motion and a second, I believe. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. I don't, for some reason, I don't have the letter that was sent to us for Carl Shank. Needs to be approved for another term on the JCO board. I don't have the letter.
Usually I saw that, but I didn't see it in the minutes.
Wait a
Where
minute.
did who gave you the letter? Carl?
No, I believe it was sent to us from JCO, I think.
I didn't see.
Well, one or the other, I really forget to tell you the truth. I gave it, I mentioned it to you, I believe, and I mentioned it to Julie, and she had it on the agenda, but I don't have the letter. But anyways, Carl's been our representative on the JCO board in Plattsburgh now, which covers the county. I believe he's either the assistant or the treasurer, one or the other, assistant treasurer or treasurer. And he certainly has enjoyed it. My recommendation is, these positions are hard to fill sometimes. We've got somebody that's been very active. I have no reason, you know, not to appoint, so it's the will of the board.
I make a motion, we appoint Carl Shank to the JDCO board.
Okay, I have a second to that.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Alan, you got anything on building or highway committee that you want to report? I don't know anything there, but you can.
No,
Oh, no,
everything I
really?
got, the truck, and,
We're ready for a storm.
yeah.
As ready as we're gonna be.
And everybody.
Oh, I got one thing, that back door, the overhead door, they give me an estimate to fix it. I got all the doors fixed so something, power never go out there. You know, something ever happens in a hurry, we can open them up by hand. That back door, she's shot, the thing is stripped, the shaft is stripped to get the gears. And it's so old, they can't match it with anything. I gotta buy the thing, they want $1,409 for that.
For the whole door.
No, for the contraption there,
Oh,
to lift it up, the hoist.
right.
And they fixed it for us here a couple weeks ago. I mean, it's a temporary fix, it works. I was gonna wait till it warms up and get them to fix that.
Well, I think that's a good idea. If we happen to have a small piece of machinery in that back door, and we have a fire here.
Well,
You can
that's
fool
the
around
thing,
with that.
you know, if something happens, the power does go out and don't kick back on or something, you can open the door by hand.
Yep. I think that's a good idea.
Not just that, sometimes them doors will come down, and if something happens, the spring is loose, comes down crooked, at least with the chain thing, you can
Correct.
straighten it out, especially if you're all alone,
What kind of money are we talking
$1,400.
to have it completely fixed?
Yeah. And that door there gets a lot of use. For some reason, that door, I don't know, there's always a little something that's wrong with that. It's been hit years ago, that door got hit. And ever since then, it's never been quite right.
So they fixed that when they were doing the chain, the opening? I mean, they
Right
fixed
now,
the
it's
door,
just a temporary fix. You got us by.
But I mean, it would open properly
Yes.
from the way it is.
This winter, one time we got caught, we go to put it down, they don't get down halfway, then we got twisted. We couldn't lift it up because the thing is all stripped. So we were able to lift it, get it going, so we put it back down. Close the hole anyway.
Okay. Anything else on this issue? You got anything else?
No,
So we want to get on the spring?
I have a contract here that our attorney reviewed. That's for the salt shed between the town of Champlain and Eagle Associates. Our attorneys reviewed it, and just a little while ago here, he told me I should sign it with board approval. So I'm looking for board approval to sign this. After the attorney's already reviewed it, and that's his recommendation, okay? And we did get our first check, I believe, on this salt shed.
$125,000.
So the project,
To offset our expenses
yes,
thus far.
the project is a go, should be up by midsummer,
yeah, it should start in June, and get to the end of May, beginning of June.
yeah. So,
If the snow's down, then
I make a motion that we authorize Larry to sign the contract
I'll second
for
that.
salt shed.
upon recommendation of our town attorney,
Recommendation
okay?
of that.
Do I have a second to that?
Second. Second.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. The other issue with Matt Fabro, he's gonna formulate a letter for me to sign with your approval to send on to the village of Rouse's Point, pertaining to Lincoln Boulevard. I would like your approval to sign the letter once I get it. He thought he'd have it to me by the end of the week. I will give everybody a copy of it as soon as I get it, okay? So if I could have that into a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, thank you. Any questions on this?
Is this gonna become an unending battle?
Well, Matt's got a theory, shall we call it? Proposal theory, that he thinks he can work something out,
Okay, all
okay?
right.
Actual details, I'm not sure of yet,
Okay,
but he wants to open that door to a dialogue between us and the village.
probably the two attorneys get together over.
Yes, and they have, they already have.
Yes, that's,
Okay.
yes, as I recommend.
So- As long as I have the permission of the board to go ahead and sign the letter and send it on to him, that's all I need today. And as I say, I will share that with you as soon as we get it.
In the letter, is it gonna propose the actual details?
No, I don't believe so.
Because I think Alan should probably be involved if they're switching road and stuff.
I don't believe that's gonna be in the proposal yet,
Or
okay?
what they wanna do?
I'll explain that to you later, Alan, it's a
Just-
swapping of roads, let's put that,
Yeah.
you don't know, okay? But I did explain to him that, what the resurfacing of the road might cost, okay? He's well aware of that. Any other questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried, thank you. You got your abstracts, you got, anything else other than bills? Oh, go ahead, Jim.
Yellow sheets. We got three bills. One is Casale for $91,498.26. Bernier and Carr for $63,173.82. And to the village of Champlain, $9,780.63. It's for installation of meters and material and labor.
This all
Details
pertains,
are here.
all pertains to the water project,
It's all, yeah, yellow sheet.
okay?
We need signatures.
Could I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion to be approved.
Thank you.
Bills.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Any questions on these three bills, all water project bills? We will have a roll call vote on that kind of money, yes? John? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you signed it.
Brian?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes,
Thank you, yes for myself, passes. You got anything else? Anything else other than this?
You want to mention anything about the VAMs?
Our 30 days has expired on them, and go ahead.
We just talked to Matt Favreau, and I was wondering about the situation with the VANs. The fellows passed last board meeting to approve the borrowing of money. According to Matt, the sewer project is going to be delayed somewhat, so there's no urgency for that.
But you know, they had it in the paper today,
For what?
if that, on the West Service Road, the DOT station.
Yeah.
They advertised that today in the paper.
I saw that.
yes.
Okay.
In the legals today.
It's in the legals?
Okay. It was gonna be advertised, and the bids are due this summer sometimes, he told me. When I say he, Anthony has been dealing with the New York State Department of Transportation. We're gonna bid it out this year, but not start until next year. I don't know what the ad might say. But the problem there is, we wanted to piggyback onto that line. We thought it was gonna be this year, because our grant that we have for that West Service Road project expires this fall. So Anthony's trying to get a extension, so we don't have to do it this fall. We'll do it after, or in conjunction with New York State doing their share. Okay? If you can't, we may have to put that line in and leave it dry until they do their section. Okay? So that is yet to be told, so to speak. Okay? So there's nothing on that one. The other one was.
The other one was
salt shed,
the salt shed.
which is all,
Which
Okay.
Matt has a handle on.
does he have to file those as he, or you?
He will have to get in touch with Champlain National Bank with their attorney
Okay.
to get the proper paperwork. He wants me to send him the resolution.
Yes, I remember that.
See if there's something else.
If there's something else, we'll deal with it. If not,
There is one thing I'd like to bring up. Once this water project is all in and all done, and Casale leaves, the retainage that's being retained right now until this project is done is good for a year, I believe, as the contract says. Okay? Because Alan's concerned, and everybody's homeowners are concerned about the property that they're gonna leave behind. Now, I think the contract says that the contractor should leave the property in as good a shape or better than when they first stepped foot on it. And I think we should hold them to that.
I concur, I
I
could
don't think
spend
there's
the
any
next.
doubt about
We
that.
owe that to our residents,
Yes.
definitely. And Alan is of the mind that, you know, come June, July, they'll put topsoil down and everything looks good, and then 2 months later, you got a dip there. Now, why is that our responsibility?
Well, I agree with 100%, and I can spend the next 10 minutes telling you of specific examples that people living in the, working in the village have told me, having to go out and put up barrels so that cars don't go and fall
Yeah.
and go into a ditch after they open up a road, didn't close it properly. And
Well,
so that-
we owe
that-
this
that
to our
consensus is
residents.
fairly widespread.
That are paying for this and paying dearly.
Right.
I'd just like to go on record for that. And in the event that Alan or our crew has to go out and repair these roads, I think it should be charged to the water district, not the town outside people. If he has to go back on Eden Lane or South Street and bring in dirt and put gravel down or whatever, why should the town outside people, which it would be charged to,
Correct.
pay for that?
Well, I think there should be a real close line of
There's
communication.
any objections to
between
that.
Burning your car.
It should be charged to the water district.
Make sure burning your car know this, and they can respond accordingly, and that has to deal with.
Well, this is
itself.
after the project is all in and all done,
We can't find them.
can't find them.
Well,
And Alan gets a call,
we
I
retain
gotta-
those funds until it's all done. We turn to Alan and say, you got all the holes filled? And he says, yes, then we'll.
But
that's
until
what he
that
said.
time, when Alan has to bring loads of dirt or sand
I'm
or
afraid
gravel,
these, every place they cut a road, it
Yeah.
almost takes a year before that cures. You know, you're always gonna have a dip.
But if they fill it right and tamp it right, is that gonna happen?
Yes,
It still will. Okay.
until the frost really goes through a whole year, and then you can actually, you know, I'm afraid they're gonna make everything look good, and come July, everything's gonna look good, the green grass is gonna grow and everything else, but then you're gonna start seeing hollows and
Yeah.
holes in front of people's houses.
but that shouldn't be charged to the town
town.
outside people. It should be charged to the water district.
Well, I can't
Or they
disagree
come
with
back and
that.
fix
Ray.
them.
I still think that if you go back to the original contract that was signed with the crew to put this in and burn your car, and I think those two are the key to getting
Yes.
that right.
Well, then, to me, we should have our attorney involved in
Right,
this,
okay,
because
yeah,
we have history here that it's not, hasn't happened.
right.
That's, I just want to go on record for this, and, you know, these people are upset with how their property's up, and they're being patient because of the situation, they're halfway through it, but come June or July, and it's adios,
Right,
where are we gonna find them?
right.
That's my plight.
Well, concern well taken. Okay, so
Well,
like
you know,
say, Alan,
we get the phone calls, you know, people are upset, and, you know, they are patient, they are. But I think we owe it to them, because they're paying for this, and they're paying dearly, and we'll be paying for 30 years. Yeah, they got-
The only other thing I have is the bills. The monthly bills need to be paid.
Make a motion, we pay the monthly bills.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any concern about any of the bills?
I got one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, on that truck that we tipped over here a month ago, the insurance company allowed me a new wing and slusher, okay? The insurance company sent us a check for that already. Now, the Wing and Slusher, I called Viking last week, and they're building me one. Identical to what was bet. But we didn't receive it yet. But once I receive it, you know, I wanna be able to, when that they deliver that, I wanna be able to pay the guy, okay?
Okay.
The money's in the account already, it's right here. I mean, I got the voucher and everything. It's not on the monthly bill, we can put it in there.
Well, because we don't know the exact.
I don't know
amount.
the exact amount.
We do
Is it
know
gonna
that the
come in
amount,
before the next meeting?
I think so, and it should be in within a week.
we do know that the money that's been allowed us from the insurance company will more than cover it. or at least cover
Yes,
it.
yes.
We know that much. Okay?
But the exact amount on the Wing and Slusher, I can't really put my finger on it to the exact dollar.
Is this, okay, is the paying of the bill and having a surplus from the insurance company, that they just said, here's the total amount, and the actual bill is less than that, is this similar to what would happen if I had a damage at my house, say a tree blew down, and the insurance adjuster came out and said, well, that's $15,000 worth of damage here. And then I go and hire somebody and they fix it for $12,000. So that extra $3,000, is that available for my suffering? Or am I supposed to call the insurance company and say, here, I didn't need all this? What's the,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, they allowed us,
They allow me more, you know, enough for the Slusher and Wing.
Okay.
Did they base that on a brand new one versus
Yeah.
one being built?
Brand new one.
being built.
Is it the
Brand
same
new,
thing?
yeah.
It's the same thing?
It is.
I don't know, I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Well, obviously, the insurance company's been fair with us,
Yeah.
Yep.
okay? These bills only covers the repairs of the truck. Right, Alan?
Yeah, that's 30,000 that's on there now, just repairs the
Truck.
truck.
I think probably after we pay the bills and approve them, we might need another motion to go ahead and pay for the plow when it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Now, I wanna be able
Up
to
to a
pay,
certain
the
amount of
guy
money.
delivers the plow and wing here, I wanna be able to walk in the office and say, Jane, we owe Viking Guides, the money for the plow and wing, and we're gonna be able to do this without
Yes.
having a meeting.
Okay.
Could you approximate, you know what that would be?
Yeah,
Why don't we put that in a bills list right now?
Oh,
That amount.
And-
I don't dare to put the exact amount in case it don't jive, but
Can we say up to?
Up to 23,000.
there's
1,200,
23,000, I don't think it's gonna cost that.
So can we say up to 20?
Should we have that in a
Yeah.
separate
One,
motion?
I don't know.
I think so. I think we should have that probably in a separate motion.
Yeah,
This bill, we know exactly what it is,
yeah.
okay?
Yeah, these bills are to be approved, those are
Yes.
definite.
This is a
here,
definite
I
amount of
don't
money
know.
that, Charlie knows that, we know exactly what we owe. So I'd like a motion to approve the bills as presented to us, and I will ask for a motion afterwards to pay for the plow when it comes in, okay? Did I have a motion in a second to pay the bills?
Yeah, the motion,
Yeah.
I made a motion.
Thank you, John,
John and Clark,
thank you. Any other questions on these monthly bills in front of us?
additional.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now, I think we should, if the will of the board, we should have a motion to be able to pay for the plow when it comes in, up to whatever Alan was allowed, right, Alan?
I was allowed 23,000.
Okay. So if we could have a motion to pay for the plow when it comes up to,
The insurance
That amount of money.
reimbursement of 23,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make that
okay,
motion.
Who's making the
I'll
motion?
make the motion to do that.
okay. Second, did you? Somebody
I'll
did.
second it.
Okay, thank you. Well, is there any questions? We understand what we're doing here. It's two different bills.
And it's gotta be done, it's
Yes.
not like you really have a choice. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have a roll call vote on
Spend
this.
money.
John?
Aye.
Brian?
Aye.
Clark?
Aye.
And I, myself. Aye. I have nothing else other than wish the highway crew a good evening.
I just want to say thanks again, Alan, for the job that you and the crew did on Perry's Mills Park. The county's been down to look at it, and they're very happy with it, and it's really come along
What
nicely.
else we gotta do there?
The building, you know, we talked about doing it when the ground was still frozen. I don't know, which is going to be a while yet, and just probably some more sand. You know, that's going to settle.
Yeah,
As far as I know, currently, that's it.
that's it.
that's gonna get utilized a little bit more this summer too. We had a youth meeting, and Jan Letourneau brought up that the CDPH is having some grant process by which they're offering, I think it's $1,500 per municipality for different types of activities for children that aren't covered under the youth in Epic County. So it might be used, again, I had, what's her name? The one that represents the village of Champlain. What's it? Kim. She's going to write the grant for the town of Champlain.
Everyone,
Yeah. And then the village of Champlain has their own with
Well, there was
Amy.
also, are you referring to a meeting that took place recently? with
Yeah.
Jan Letourneau, Janet McFettridge, and Linda Fredette?
Linda Fredette, and it was myself and Steve,
Okay.
and who else was here? That lady came from the CDPH, very informative. So there's a grant that's going to be written, Williams.
Right.
So it looks like, and I had her get in touch with John Canty to see whether, because there's other activities other than what is normally offered.
Yeah.
So it might get utilized a little bit more this year.
Spaces.
this was a good project and moved really smooth. It was a matter of 3 or 4 months, Brian, wasn't too long.
Thanks to Brian, he did all the work.
Brian did a lot of legwork on this issue, and we thank him for that effort. And we certainly hope the people around Perry's Mills enjoy this part and use it.
Could I throw in my 2 cents in this too? All the literature that I've seen regarding Perry's Mills, what type of activities they want to promote. The fitness trail is going in that has sometimes ruffled a few feathers. Other stuff going on in the village with respect to the types of programs that are grantable or fundable. All of them have their reoccurring theme of getting people on their feet and moving them. Less things dealing with arts and crafts, but getting people to move. And with that thought in mind, I'll mention to Alan that as this fitness trail comes in, if I read the contract right, the burden of maintaining that is 3 municipalities, most of which is in the town. And
Yep.
I'm thinking that when that begins to happen, maybe we can talk about different ways that different groups can get together and help to maintain stuff, just like they do in the highways where they have people go up and pick up litter.
Yep.
I think there's enough support of that trail and other activities that we can get the community involved and promote people getting down to using it to helping to maintain it as well. So the burden should not have to fall back on the people who are out there with the rakes and shovels doing the groundwork.
Good idea.
So,
Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, they do a lot of
yeah,
this.
exactly.
Well, the kids themselves and the youth commission, we used to do things.
Yes.
And the parents didn't do it all, didn't do any of it. Get the kids out there.
They're all working. Anybody else have anything?
No.
Well, I certainly thank you all for coming in the middle of the afternoon.
Try this more often.
Yep. I need a motion to adjourn, if that's the will.
I so move.
Thank you, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
This thing, it wasn't even on. This thing wasn't even on. Oh, it was full.